Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Just refreshing the stream, making sure it's gonna work. New managing moderators. Oh, I can hire moderators now.
Ooh, J-Hub's in there. Setting up my classroom so I can jump on stream for a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if it's at-risk youth or what it is exactly that he does. But yeah, he pretty much guides young minds, which is kind of funny.
It's kind of cool. Like, yeah. I don't know how they'll feel about him joining the podcast though if he's in his classroom, but if they don't care, like that's cool.
Give him some coloring books and just get over with it. You know what I mean?
Everybody shut up. I'm gonna be on a podcast.
I'm gonna be on a podcast, kids. Leave me alone. No.
It'd be kind of cool to get the kids on a podcast too. Be like, what do you think of this NFT? Like, having them know nothing about it.
That I feel like that's what I should do. Like, I have kids at my house, right? And I feel like I should look at them and be like, hey, do you think this is cool? Yes. Okay, let's get it. You know what I mean? I think they know more about what's hip than I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like I'm an old ass man.
Yeah. So. Hey, yo.
What up, Dirt?
What up, Dirt?
What up, Dirt?
What up, Dirt?
So, man, I've been off the podcast for 2 weeks. Sorry about that. I had stuff going on, fiat grinding stuff. I had to go to a couple of classes. Then I had this thing called boards, which we meet with like the CEO and Onyeka.
Onyeka? What's up,
nice.
homie?
Fud buddies. I got you.
Little fud.
Yeah, but so we went boards. So you get to meet with like the CEO, the CFO, and the COO or whatever, and we all sit down and we talk about our financials of the particular branch that we're running, and then they grade you on what you think hits or misses are and kind of like how much growth you see and other things like that. And so we've had like 15% growth this year so far, so over last year. So that's really good. Like the focus has been a lot on retraining people and resetting the standard. So I came in like last October and dude, shit was a mess, dude. I had to fire literally everybody and restaff. And so, cause they were shit. They were not good. They didn't like what they were doing. They made it obvious and they just weren't like a team. And so I called up a couple of my old friends and I'm like, hey, how would you feel about coming back? I'm over at this place. What's up, Mike?
What up, Mike?
And so it was just kind of like it was rough, bro. It was really rough. There were a lot of shifts where it was like just me closing at night by myself. And like
you don't need it like that either. So like I feel like that's got to be the most frustrating part is like you went back for the love and you just had to do like a bunch of like hard grindy work.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm down for it. As long as I'm doing pizza, I'm good, you know?
So you kind of like the grind anyways.
I kind of like the grind, but at the same time, obviously I want to make it easier on myself. I mean, dude, I ain't trying to sweat all day, all night. But
right. Yo,
what's up, guys? Hey guys, man? What's up? Thanks for having me, man. Super stoked to be here. I left my students in the other classroom. They're actually on the stream. So I want to first shout out to my whole class over here in the C1 wing. What's up, class?
Yo. So wait, so your class can see you?
Yeah, so they've got the YouTube streaming in the other classroom. I'm in the break room right now, and they were nice enough to let me come onto the stream. I want to say what's up, everybody. My name's J-Hub. Happy to be here.
Nice.
Dude, that is so cool, man.
It's J-Hub, it's true OG. In the
yeah.
Yeah, so
that's so cool.
Yeah, we'll keep the swearing and stuff down to a minimum. You know? Keep it PG.
Right on, right on.
So yeah, man, really happy to have you. Obviously, I think you're one of the coolest guys in the space.
Oh, for sure.
So is this a side that your students don't see of you?
Oh, for sure. They see the drawings. If you guys have followed me on Discord or Twitter, I'm doing the drawings from my CNFT all the time. And then my students are, the mallards. I've got all these different drawings. It's actually taken on a new life of its own, and they're coloring it. So I've got a wall in my classroom full of the students coloring of all my CNFT artwork. So they're into the world too. It's really cool. I brought them into the CNFT space with us.
What an ambassador. What a true ambassador.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
So, yeah. Do they think you're cool? Like,
yeah, maybe they think I'm cool. They don't know yet. Yeah, they might think I'm cool.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, you are cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
Sure. So we just did this on a whim. Like this was just like.
Yeah, we were supposed to have on Lulu from Summoners Guild. They were gonna explain a little bit about their developments over at Summoners Guild, but he got sick last moment and was like, "Hey, I have to cancel." So yeah, this is what we're rocking with for now.
Yeah, man, I'll fill in. I'm stoked to talk CNFT anytime.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we were just talking.
Hold on. Do you only have like a half an hour, or do you have a set amount of time?
Yeah, I got about 40 minutes. We'll hit it for about 40 minutes.
Okay, cool.
40 minutes. Yeah. I have my daughter's turning 14 this week. So I have to go get her like this body spray that she likes. She's in that awkward stage where she takes showers every day. But whenever I think of body sprays and stuff, I always think it's just like some nerd gross person like trying to cover up their BO. And so
that's just dudes, man. That's what we do.
Yeah.
should I get her perfume or whatever? So I went to like old school Facebook, right? People my age, and so I was like, hey, those with teens are like, whatever, what's some good perfumes or whatever. And they were naming all this stuff that's like high adult stuff. And I'm like, dude, she's a teenager. She's like 14. Like, let's not.
Yeah. Go to Bath and Body Works and get some of that lotion and some of that spray. It's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
That's the way.
So I'm just, I'm going to do that. I mean, I'm not a girl, so it's not like I know what they're into. But then on top of that, it's like, also I'm printing off an application because she's going to come work with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
this
so
is going to be
14 years old can work.
14. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you could work at 14.
Yeah, you can. It's very limited. It's like from, again, like 4 to 7 at night. And then there's extended hours on the weekends a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be her first job. So I'm pretty excited. It's an easy way for us to bond. And like, who doesn't like pizza? Like, she'll love it. I'm sure of it.
I love that you're implementing like a hard work ethic at a young age. But I do wonder, like restaurants are hard work. And that's going to be her first job. She's going to really get like a wake-up call, I think.
Yeah. She's going to see what I do on a daily basis, which is really fun for me because I don't think she knows exactly how hard I actually work. Like I don't sit down. I just move from spot to spot going all the time. And so I get in trouble by my area coach because he said like, oh, you don't spend enough time at the computer, like doing other things. And I'm like, dude, I have different managers to do that. Like, I just want to have my hands in the product, like hanging out, chilling, creating good stuff. That's what I want to do. All right. And so, it's a delicate balance, but for her, it's like, I'm going to limit like kind of her exposure to it, so she won't exactly be making like pies right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? She'll be like oiling pans, folding boxes, do the occasional dish or like answer the phone. Kids know how to answer phones, but that's the thing, right? Not to take up too much of your time. I gotta let J-Hub speak. Kids nowadays, they don't want to answer the phone. It's almost like they don't know how to talk on the phone.
I remember
they're so used to texting. Yeah, they're texting all the time. They want the text so they can get out of the conversation real quick without saying goodbye.
Dude, it is like straight up mom spaghetti.
Dude, I used to not want to like order anything. I wouldn't want to like go up to the counter and talk to somebody and be like, yeah, I want like a lettuce, cheese, tomato. Like that would cause social anxiety for me. Like I hate talking to people.
What broke me out of that when I was a kid, I played soccer and baseball, and we had to go door to door selling soccer books and beef sticks. And I remember I was deathly afraid of going door to door, but I had my parents behind me knocking on the doors, and I had my whole neighborhood there. So I think that got me out of my shell back in the day. It's good to get your kid at work. I think 14 is a good age to start at. I think I started my first job at 14 as well.
Yeah,
you guys are awesome. My first job was like 18.
I started with
Really?
detasseling. Do you guys know what that is?
Detasseling?
Yeah,
No,
it's
no clue.
pulling the tassels off corn stalks, straight up Midwest sort of stuff.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? And so we had to do. It was in the middle of the summer, right? Because you're pulling off these tassels, right? And there's corn that gets fed to like people, and then there's corn that's processed as feed for animals. And so our job was to process the feed as for animals. So pull these little tassels off, and that's all we do. We'd run in a truck down these little lanes, and on either side we just pull straight tassels off of it, and then we'd go row by row, and I got paid like $300 a week, and I thought I was just so rich, dude. Now if you even tried to get me to do that stuff for $300 a week, I would laugh at you and then like walk away. Straight up walk away.
Yeah, I made $4.25 an hour. My first job, $4.25 an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was at $3.75.
I was at $7.25. That was my first job.
There you go, baby.
Actually, just quickly, I did just get a new job. I'm about to work with my brother, valeting cars on the weekends. So
congrats. Nice.
Yeah, thank you, man. So
don't crash any of those Ferraris.
Yeah, no. It's at a really nice place. It's at a winery. So the tips are like pretty good. You get some of the percentage of the tip out and on the inside as well. So I'm just happy that I can work 2 to 3 days on the weekends. That'll help supplement some money so I can help with the stream a little bit more and just kind of not have to worry about like promo videos as much or like flipping NFTs because dude, I've been struggling with flipping NFTs lately. Like I was on a hot streak and then the volume just dropped off a brick. Like off the side of the road.
I'm with you. Yep. I'm with you.
What was the market? What was the market for you guys this past week?
Last week, I was pretty much out of the market for the week because Alleycats was hurting me, watching them go down. That was the last mint I was into was Alleycats. But before that, my last good pop was Order of the Kraken and swooping up a Her Monsters apartment on the cheap, dude. I haven't had any good hits since then.
Yeah, Alleycats are kind of tanking. I didn't think they were really going to break 300. They're trying to hold that 300 range, but they do dip down to like 280 kind of consistently.
Yeah, I'm at that just hold phase now. I'm just going to hold on to the 3 I've got.
There's one down there I saw. It was really nice at like 320. Not to pump my own bags or like whatever.
The 5 trade?
No. To the left too. I mean, that one's really nice.
The 5 trades are always pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. I like the naked one. It's really nice. Yeah. But I just Nick, what was the week like for you? What happened?
I mean, just hoping Alleycats were going to do well. I sold my ADA inmate for $12.50 because I got a war criminal, which I thought like awesome. I got one of the second rarest ones that you can get, and I still think that Alleycats are going to take that volume back once they come out with an announcement. I didn't think that they would go this long without kind of a hype announcement, but yeah, I sold mine for $12.50 and now it's 2,400 floors. So that really stings. And then the cats that I bought are less as well. So I just like lost all around really.
But you minted it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I minted the inmate for what, 130 ADA, sold it for $12.50, like 11.30 after taxes or whatever it is after fees. So that's good. But then I took that and put it back into cats that I'm down probably, about 15% from where I bought all my cats now. So yeah, I'm still technically up if I were to sell, I guess.
Yeah, I'm in a bad boat too. I flipped my Kong to get into cats, so I'm Kongless right now. Watching the Kongs kind of touching that 14, 15, wanting to go up with the shroom mint coming up. But I dipped out of my Kong to get into that the Alleycats.
Yeah, and the thing I was thinking about too is, I mean, if we go look at all of the collections, everything's pretty down. ADA Mint was a mint that minted the other day, and everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna mint this. It's gonna do great." And I thought so too. It's only 1,500 supply. They're offering like 400 whitelists for a certain project, so you have a very high % chance of getting a whitelist. They're giving out a bunch of whitelists actually. Let me go see if I can find their Discord and pull up everything that they're giving out.
Oh, we're gonna get one right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, no, it's on their website, I think.
Nice.
Adamant.net. Yeah, so I'm connected over here. I have 2 bronzes and a silver. So the silvers give me 2, bronze give me 1. So I have 4 entries. And then you can go over to the raffles and see everything that's over here. So I really like their system, by the way, too, because it helps out the projects. So let's say I want to enter Unleash Beasts. So I'd hit enter, and then it's going to have me connect my Twitter and my Discord. And then if I want to enter for this raffle, it's going to check that I'm in the Unleash Beast Discord and that I'm following them on Twitter. And if I'm not, then it won't let me register.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, and then you get this little thing.
What site is this?
Boom. This is adamant.net.
Oh, nice.
And the Adamints, by the way, were minting for 175, and they're now 137. So I don't know if this is just because overall volume is that low, or if the people just like aren't that hyped off of the projects, but they just minted yesterday and they already have 3 projects that they're giving out whitelist spots for. Let me go find their Discord.
I mean, this is one that fell through the cracks. I didn't even hear about this one.
Yeah, but that is actually a really cool analytics tool right there.
Oh, right here, you're saying?
To see who's following what, and using that for like whitelist capabilities, other things like that. I think that's actually pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
So they just have
some cool stuff.
They have raffles. Are these all raffles?
So there's I forgot I wasn't sharing screen. I was sharing window, or wasn't sharing window. I was sharing screen. So this there's public raffles too. So you can go and you can see there's no active raffles, but you can see they're having one for Astro, which this is actually really cool. I'm gonna enter for this one because I have not yet. It's not yet open, of course. Let me go over to, if you check out the Astro passes, they're really high. So they're like 1,100, I want to say. Yeah. So they're giving away, I don't know if they're giving away just whitelist spots for these or if they're giving away actually an Astro. They're giving away whitelist spots. Cool. Yeah. So they do stuff
JD
like
says
that.
he minted 1 Adamant, 1 gold. I'm watching chat here.
Oh,
yeah, Adamant is underrated and undervalued, Nathan. Yeah, for sure. I got to get on this one.
It said 500 total is the supply of those. Scroll down.
No, you're talking about Adamant?
No, that one. Oh, 5,000. Okay.
Yeah, for Adamant, there's 1,500 total of the pass things that you can buy.
So you hold an Adamant, and then it gets you access as long as you're following.
Yeah,
a spot to raffle, essentially.
Right. So it works essentially just like the Atlanick Oceans. So you know, like over
Bite
here,
your style. I can't believe this.
They do a little bit more. They do some things where they check the Discord, they check the Twitter. I actually like theirs better. But yeah, I mean, you have the commons here that give you 1. You have the uncommons that give you 3, and then see if I can find a mythical. But yeah, the mythical that give you 10. So for them, you have the let me go over to theirs again. You have the bronze that give you 1. You have the silvers that give you 2. So this is how I see it too. Like the bronzes or the bronze are 137 and the silvers are only 197. And you're getting essentially double the value as far as raffles anyways.
Right.
So silvers are kind of what I would be looking at if I was trying to get into this.
For sure.
I just think the value, pretty good. Let's see. He has Founders Pass, 2 silver, 4 bronze. Nice. Might buy another gold on secondary. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I really do think this project's undervalued right now because they're giving away so much. Like, I really need to get up in the Discord. Let me.
Now, this is what they do. Like, this is the project, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They do more, but that's like the main part.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what I think the main part is. I could be wrong. Let me find Discord again.
Yeah, boom. I think it's really hard for projects to really. It could be a really hyped project, but I just don't think volume is there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but like, seems like volume is not doing so well.
I think everybody's watching the price action at ADA go up, and then they're liquidating some NFTs. I think that's slowing down the market.
That's what I wanted to ask you guys too, but real quickly, I just want to show, like, they get a lot of whitelist spots. So for Unleash Beast, which is another project that's coming out, it's got a bit of hype to it. I was reading through their white paper kind of earlier. Actually, I wasn't too bullish on like the white paper from Unleash Beast, but I do like their art. So maybe that stands out. I'm not sure. But I mean, 100 whitelist spots for 1,500, it's like a 1 in 15 chance. I mean, it's really not too bad if you just have one of the bronze passes. So, and they got 400 for, was it Frog Collective? Yeah, 400 exclusive whitelist spots. So your chances are huge with some of the amounts of whitelist spots that you're getting from this project.
Yeah.
But crap, what were we saying earlier? What was I about to go on a tangent about? Volume in general, yes. So
yeah, the price of ADA is up.
Let's share trading view. So the market's been starting to trend down, and let me go over, share my screen. And it's mainly because of, is it going to show this? All right, cool. I think it's Fed rate hike tracker or something like that. CME Fed watch tool. So yeah, this is what I showed in my video on Sunday.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit to load up sometimes, but essentially, let me unzoom. Always have to zoom for the videos so it's easier to see. Why is it? All right, so here we go. So 21% chance that they're going to raise rates by next meeting, which is March 22nd, by 0.5%. And what we just did last time was 0.25%. So we were trending down, you know, as far as our rate increases. People thought we could finally start to talk about maybe even decreasing some of our rates or pausing. And now they're talking about not only doing another rate hike, but potentially raising it by more than expected. And this is causing the market to panic. So if we go over and we look at TradingView, you know, you can see that the S&P 500, which is what I use as kind of like a global metric to check out, is coming down decently hard from our highs up here.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think too, because it's happening to everything. It's happening in crypto. It's happening to ADA. Will Cardano not only continue to go down, but will that potentially help NFT volume because Cardano is now cheaper? What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's possible. You know, the way I look at it is like, well, so, I mean, that's possible. Yeah. But I mean, so Ethereum's having a pump, like they were having a pump like last week, right? And
most things kind of were, I think.
I'd imagine maybe that you know, and their trading and other things like that went up. So I wouldn't see why some of that money wouldn't liquidate and go into Cardano afterwards. You know what I mean?
You're talking about ETH volume going up and then people selling out of ETH and then potentially using that money to buy ADA?
Potentially getting in more. Yeah.
I mean maybe.
It's possible.
I think what would most likely be the case is people who bought around here or here, you know, sold in this range around here and are maybe buying ETH again here. I don't think that ETH would necessarily sell out of ETH and go to another blockchain, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the same for Cardano and all the other coins. I think there's kind of those cult followings for those coins and they buy and sell their own coins like that. I don't see a whole lot of people kind of trying to, you know, jump in and out of ETH and ADA like that, but I could be wrong.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm all for it.
It's kind of weird. I've been playing on the ETH side or whatever, and dude, their market is completely different. It's just completely different. Like you list something on there, anything close to like floor, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
So volume's just higher, like much higher.
What?
So volume is just much higher.
The volume, it's crazy. Like I was doing a kid called Beast, and I was going in and out, like seamlessly, and it was like I couldn't even keep it on the market because it would sell, and then I'd buy, and then I'd sell one more, you know, and it was just like it was crazy. And so,
man, I wish I would have jumped on that train. That was a good mint for you guys.
That was a very good mint. Bought for like 0.07, and I sold one at like 2.65.
Nice.
So I mean, and then I took all that money and I put it back into ADA. but
as
still,
you should.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just it's crazy. And you know, gas fees were low. It was like $3, no big deal. You know, something I can live with. But I mean, I'm hanging on. Supposedly there's going to be a big announcement in April. So I have 2 more that I'm holding on to. And then we'll see, like, kind of closer to April, see what happens. But right now I'm pretty much collecting like Utes. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to play those kind of and see what I can do. And then sell, and then probably get into Mutant Apes. So that is the goal. That way I want to get 2 Mutant Apes. That way when it shoots up, which I'm sure it will, like I can piece out with one and hold the other, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you been making any plays, J-Hub, on Cardano or ETH?
No, you know, I saw everybody making the plays on a kid called Beast. I was a little late for that, but I would have loved to jump in and mess around with the ETH. It's been a while since I even farted around with ETH and seeing a good pump over there. I think it's good to kind of have bags in each spot. Yeah, Cleanup's got that Utes bag. I'm looking at that too. It might be fun to just hop into, just cross some stuff from Cardano over there and play back and forth. I think it's a good play.
It's really different because out of all the projects that I hold, I would probably say Utes I have the most conviction with.
Mm-hmm. Utes, and that's Polygon, right? Is that Polygon?
Well, so they're moving to Polygon, right?
Okay.
So that's happening by the end of March. And so I'm really kind of looking forward to see what happens there. But then at the same time, it's like, should I get into DeGods because they're going to ETH, right? And I think naturally, just artwork wise, they fit that degen lifestyle. Like Utes are more marketable, but DeGods are like you just look at them and it's like, yeah, that kind of matches like Ethereum degen sort of like plays. And they have announcements coming up and other things like that. It seems cool. ETH is a different animal. JD said it. It's very different. It's weird, but at the same time, it's like it just moves so much faster. Like it's like I'm a high school kid playing in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Or like a rec league, not even high school, dude. Like a rec league Sunday basketball player playing in the NBA against like Draymond Green or something. You know, and it's just like it's different. There's a different pace to it. You know, transactions are a little bit faster for sure, but the actual pace of it is faster.
Well, I've seen some things too, as far as security wise. People have like multiple wallets when they're over in ETH because of security reasons. Did you have to do that as well? That's what's kind of kept me out of the bag.
So the biggest thing is don't click links, right? We don't click links on Cardano, right? The people that lose stuff click links. Like, dude, I trust Nick. He's going to send me a good link. I trust J-Hub. Send me a good link. But maybe not Nathan in the chat, right?
Look, to be honest, there's hacks that happen all the time. Like, even if I sent you a link, you should double check it. Like, what if my account got hacked? You have no idea. You know, I mean, it happened with what was that big project? Dirtbirds, no? It happened with Dirtbirds right before they were doing their hatching of their eggs. So, you know, the incubation chamber, whatever, they had like a fake collection on ETH and they took a bunch of people's money.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, you know, like everybody thought like, oh, it's coming from Dirtbirds, it's completely safe. And it's just like, you know, you would hope so, but always got to be safe. But I mean, yeah, I would also say too, I wouldn't like to use that as an argument to stay away from ETH because eventually that's going to come to Cardano. And
yeah, right.
I don't want people being like, you know, well, now it's here too, bitch. Like it's gonna come. It's gonna come here. Everybody be safe. Oh, don't swear, right? So like, yeah, it's gonna come. There's always hackers. There's opportunists. They want money. They don't care about your morality. They don't care about, you know, your family. They're gonna take it. So we do have to be careful. And I'm glad that we're kind of here, grassroots. And we can see Ethereum and we can see Solana have these issues before we do. But for real, it's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with the chat. I trust Nathan too.
Empirically, you trust them. But yeah, I would, if you had the liquidity for it, I would put it in Utes probably, or DGods, just because, their founder and their team stays super busy. Like, you never question, like, are they working on something? You can watch it live, and so Nathan said, don't do it. So yeah. So, but yeah, security. I was really worried about that. I'm like, I'm going to do something. I'm going to click a link and somewhere and all my ETH's going to get taken. I won't be able to mint. Next thing you know, there goes my bag or like whatever, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you really do want to click that link, you can do what J-Hub said and have like a separate wallet.
Right.
But
which is why most people, the only thing I've heard of really that's prevalent is people have a cold wallet and then they have a hot wallet, right? So their hot wallet is stuff with all their stuff in it, right? But when you want to mint something, because you don't know if you can trust the project, other things like that, you mint with a cold wallet. That way, if you're affected by it, it's minimal, And so
that's a good practice overall, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm looking forward to it. It's just with Cardano, I feel like there's less room for error right now, like making moves and stuff. Like when it's a bull market, oh, dude, you can get reckless, right?
Right.
Because everybody's up there on hopium, right? Everybody's just going crazy.
At the same time, though, sorry to cut you off here. Go on.
No, you're good.
I was just going to say, because another point I wanted to bring up today is that if we do go and we look at the top projects, like everything is down, like cats are down, inmates are kind of up. They're kind of up. BIG, the jelly cubes down, Helmies, which was Thor's mint, it's pretty low. I think the mint price was 45. Cabins were like 1,100, almost half off. Ape Society was kind of chilling at like 11K. Like everything is way down. So I'm kind of looking at that and telling myself not to worry too much, actually, because it's not just my project. I didn't necessarily make the best move with selling my inmate for cats that's now down a lot, but I also probably didn't make the worst move, because if I would have put that into Clay or, Ape Society, like I'd be down the same amount roughly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, Ape Society, you kind of saw it coming, they weren't going to hold that forever. But once like everybody was like coming down on staking and other things like that, it became a huge like concern. That's when you saw it tank, right? Like that's when not tank, but you know what I'm saying? It dropped to like 6,500, 7K, something like that,
It's like 30 to 40% of its value on both the cabins and the apes. So, I mean, that's a big dip.
Dirtbirds did that. Mutants did that too. Mutants were up to 1,000. Now they're down to like 600 or something.
The mutants sting so bad. And it was all because they got hacked, right?
They did get hacked.
Yeah, they got hacked, and people. So if you didn't know, there's the mutant. Let's find it. It's like labs.mutant. So
but it wasn't even that bad. I don't think many people really lost that much either, because all my stuff was staked. I didn't even get affected by it at all.
They gave it back. They somehow gave it back. But what I don't know is, did they make more tokens to give those back, or did they somehow recover the tokens that were stolen? Because if they just made more tokens and gave it back, then that doesn't really help. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the bigger issue was it caused, if we look at MinSwap, their tokens, literally, it was like 90% of its value or something was just dumped in like a minute. It was detrimental.
Oh, yeah.
The person who got it, I think, like, was it like $25,000 worth of assets or something like that?
Wouldn't surprise me. What? Not mutant? Come on now. There's not a mutant token?
Mutant's not on there?
What?
I know MinSwap's booming.
Dude, I am so confused. There's no way it's
You mean the MinSwap token, Clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going up, man.
Is it not verified? Is that why?
I was actually thinking about making some sort of like DeFi play. I didn't know. Dude, look at that.
Yeah, right here. So let me see if I can find the 4-hour chart, make it a little better. Yeah, literally right here. It went from about 0.117 all the way down to 0.0009.
It's a good buying opportunity right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for those levels.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Could you imagine just throwing like 1,000 ADA at that point?
Yeah, I remember actually because Fatty hit me up and he was like, dude, like, look at this. And I was just like, oh crap. And I was hyper focused. Like, why did this happen? Should I sell my mutants? Like, are they compromised? What? And I'm freaking out. And then about an hour, maybe later, I was like, oh wait, it's just a good buying opportunity. And then I didn't buy any and they went crazy. Yeah. I was like, damn it.
You missed it. You missed the train, bro.
I did.
You should have followed your instinct there.
I should have. Because nobody wants to buy at that time, like when there's peak fear.
I think that's kind of how I feel right now about the market, especially, derps I want to get back into, Ape Society, if I could get that much ADA together. I think now's the time to swoop up those blue chips because they're way down. Good time to get.
Probably, yeah. And this is like the second swing we've had like this in the market.
Right.
Where it's been like, okay, here's a buying opportunity, like a clear buying opportunity. And now it's like, well, how have you positioned yourself, right? Like, what have you done? And like, so I have, right, expenditure wise, like 8-9K, right, is what I'm looking at. And so I was originally going to do like the Magic Kongs or whatever, but now I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm probably just going to liquidate out of it, to be quite honest with you.
Out of all your Kongs?
Yeah.
How many do you have left?
A lot.
Damn.
In the 90s still? Because you have like 90 something.
Slightly lower than that.
Like
okay.
50?
It's like 56.
So you're gonna pock them like on the way up, or what's your plan to release those Kongs?
I'm literally so frustrated at this point. Like I'm thinking about just like flooring.
Oh shit.
Damn. Yeah. Damn.
Well, I don't feel so bad about I don't feel so bad about my Kong that I let go at 1,700.
Just upset, because it's like you have Magic Kongs going up, right? And there's no marketing. There's no anything. There's just like non-Twitter engagements every single day. Like,
yeah,
there's no effort. It's not. There's no effort.
It kind of feels like they just fell out of love with their own project.
I don't get it.
I don't know. Like, I think that happens with a lot of projects, and I'm making up this scenario in their head. I have no idea if they actually do feel this way or not. But usually when you come and you have like a bunch of talk about your project, you're really excited. That's all you talk about. There's a lot of engagement, and then you stop and it's been that way for months. I mean, usually that's a sign that you're just not really feeling it either. It's not just your holders. It seems like you as the founder kind of don't really care.
Well, especially in a bear market when everybody's feeling squirrely already,
Yeah.
And like I was talking with like the team in Vegas and stuff, and things were looking up, and then all of a sudden it was like there was differences. So it was like they left, and like I liked a lot of those people that left, And then I was
like
talking
your favorite band breaking up.
Yeah.
It's like your favorite band breaking up.
It's like, man, it's not a good feeling, And then I didn't deny it, but I was just kind of like, whatever, it'll be all right. And they've moved on to like greener pastures, done other things, And so I'm happy for them for that. But the problem is like, well, there's nobody there, like to pick up the social media slack, to promote, to actually get things running. Like the last sneak peek that we got of Magic Kongs was in September, and it's almost March, and it's supposed to drop by the end of the month. And so I dropped in the Discord. I was like, guys, we got 37 days before this drops. Like, what are we doing? Are we advertising? Are we dropping this on calendars? Are we doing like the old grassroots stuff? Are we going to Twitter Spaces? And it just seems like I was talking to myself at that point,
Oh, rough.
And so I was like, well, all right. I finally got fed up. So I talked to like a couple other like bigger holders, and they're just kind of like, yeah, it's rough. I'm not trying to FUD like whatever, but you do have to question it, right? Like a project of this size, right? That had a lot of movement, had a lot of momentum going, a lot of 19.2 mil in secondary sales, right?
Huge. Yeah, huge.
And so it's like, well, what can we do? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my bell.
Oh, you got to go?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it for me, guys.
J-Hub, final word?
Yeah, final word?
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. I'm super stoked to be here. Shout out to my class one more time. Thanks for letting me come on here. Love the show, guys. Love it. Let's do this again sometime.
Of course.
Sounds great, man. We'll try to get a more scheduled approach so we don't have to get you during your class time. But
no
I appreciate
worries.
you coming
I love
on,
it,
man.
Works out great. Good to see you guys.
Dude. Yep.
Right,
have a great day.
All right, you too.
That's old True OG right there, my buddy.
Yeah, dude, I love that guy so much. I love that, like, because like you have like people, right? And if they have a bad attitude, they don't get, all the benefits of being a good person, right? Which sometimes aren't always any different than the other guy. But like if you're a cool dude, your school teacher, whatever program might let you do something like that, right? But if you're kind of like a jerk, maybe they wouldn't. So yeah, I don't know. You got to assume people love him over there.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, Terry, you have to teach a class today. Stop. Just saw Frog Collective, 149 ADA mint, 10K supply. What do you think about that?
I had them on the list of things to talk about, but then I took them off because I realized I don't know much about them. And I don't want to just talk about a project I don't know a lot about. But we can go look at them real quick. Let me go open up their Discord. Frog Collective.
Because I had to start talking about projects, it usually ends up to me buying things. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I have to not buy anything for a while. I went too buy heavy.
Yeah, I get it. And then you're just like kind of sitting there, and the money is locked up, and you don't have it to play with, and it's fine.
Yeah,
I think what got me so salty was just the fact of like, I just bought a Naked Kong for like $23.50, right? Which is, 2008 is like, it's fine, But then that happened, and I was like, why did I do that? I almost like hitting the buy button, just sitting there and like, man, you might regret this, And so I didn't listen to myself. But they're saying 150.
150, end of March. So they're probably trying to space it out between Goombles and themselves. But they're going to be competing roughly, depending on when Stag comes out, with Stag.
Okay, so you got Goombles, Stag.
Yup.
Magic Kongs have their thing.
Is that in March? When is that?
End of March.
Okay. And then Frog Collective now.
Frog Collective.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Goofy Gophers Club. I don't know when they're minting the rest of their
they've already minted, right? Some.
I think they've already minted some. Let's
go
check. I wish I could do like a... Wait, did that bring that up? Oh, it didn't bring it up. Never mind. It like briefly brought it up, I swear. I don't know. It's being weird. Go to stop screen, share screen, back over to JPEG store. And then we're looking at Goofy. Yeah. So they got their 565. I actually hit them up because I had a few questions. I haven't like dove into their white paper. It could probably answer all
monsters as well.
Oh, yes. I wrote down her monsters. So that was actually what I wanted to talk about. I need to look more into this project, but I know that they're doing something with mining rigs and going to have like passive income. And I think that model sounds like it should work. So like just logically, you have constant money coming in, unlike most other projects. And you don't need to have a good business model. You just need to have the money in the rigs, and money will come in.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll get a little bit worse when Bitcoin does its halving, if they're mining Bitcoin, which I think they are.
Right.
So we'll have to see how all that works. That's why I had some questions, but it seems like a cool project. I'm definitely interested in this. Hamp said, "What's up, Hamp?" Says OTK as well. Yeah, I was looking at OTK. Dude, there's so much to talk about. it's so hard for me to stay like on one thing, but OTK crests, these were driving me insane when I owned them. I wanted to sell so bad at 400 and something. I was like, there is no way in hell that they're going to retain their value. But I love the project. I love the people. It's just that 400 with a 4K collection and they're minting like 3 or 4 other collections. I was just like, there's no way that this holds. But like a lot of people are in it, and maybe they add more value to these crests later on that like, justify this high price. And I just should have sold, to be honest. Nothing against the project. I would have bought back right now. But all my like good habits, all my good behavior for the last like 3 months just went down the drain in the last like 2 to 3 weeks.
Goes out the window. The bear got you. He got his greedy little paws on you, and they got you.
They did, dude. Q1. Yeah, Hamp says it too. Too much in Q1. That's what happened last time with Boss Cats. We got to mark this down. Q1 is fucking banging. All right. Next Q1 is going to be banging. I'm calling it now. Get ready to sell your bags. Q1.
Sell everything. Q1.
I mean, Q4 wasn't too bad either, but Q1, it just seems to be the fucking quarter, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we can jump over to her monsters because there is an announcement that came out today. They're going to have their main mint monsters, the MMM, for 185 ADA, 4,444 supply. This is going to be on March 17th. That's the start puzzle event. So I'm actually unsure about that. Maybe there's like people who solve a puzzle and they get to mint first or something. Yeah. Unsure. 18 Prio and the 27 holder / apartment holder mint, which I have an apartment now too. So I don't think J-Hub's listening, but I think it was J-Hub who offered me his other mint for his apartment. So he can still give it to me if you like, or he can, use it for himself, or give it to Cleanup, maybe Cleanup can mint. Because I know you want to mint.
Stag Alliance, dude, there's everything going on. Like,
don't get me started on OTK. My bag is massive.
Yeah.
I
feel you.
Dude, I get so caught up. Like, more if I wasn't a streamer, right? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care about holding these NFTs that much. I would just be like, but like I honestly feel a little bit sometimes like I might hurt these people's feelings. Like if I sell their NFT and I like did this or did that, or if I said maybe I wouldn't sell and then I like changed my mind and I'm just like, oh, like I don't want to sell and then like piss people off, like make them upset, but I'm like, but if it goes down so much, then it doesn't matter. I can just rebuy it and help out the floor when it's lower again.
Right.
So it's such a like psychological thing sometimes.
Just you got to do what you got to do.
I know.
Hold on the conviction that you think, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't normally do that. I don't normally care. Like I assume like, all right, if somebody yells at me for selling or is upset with me for selling, I can just be like, hey, like I plan on buying back. Just thought it was, too high, whatever. And it'll be all good. And I know it'll be all good. But every once in a while, I'm just like, nah, be a nice guy and hold. And then I get shit on, man. Fuck being a nice guy.
You just get crap on,
bro.
I get it. I get it.
Sold.
Yeah. And the thing is like, yeah, being good-hearted and stuff is wonderful for your private life, right? So if you had a girlfriend, if you had like friends, if you had like parents, other things like that, probably really great to them. But in the general public, even Web3, you ain't got time for that, brother. Like, it's just you gotta kind of be like, hey, I need to sell this now because the floor is high. And then once it drops, if you're nice and I like you as a person and other things like that, I'll rebuy when the floor's done. Like I had to sell Alley Cats, right? I love the founders, love Benny at the bank. We had him on here. Great people. But I'm gonna sell when the floor is high because that's my job to myself.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll buy when the floor is low. Like if those things hit 200, right? I'll probably buy a couple. Right.
Yeah, I knew I should have sold, man. I knew I should have sold. It's like screaming at me, but like it's hard too. I do often find myself getting caught up in the quote unquote FOMO. Like when things are blasting off, especially since we've been in a bear market for so long, a part of me really was thinking we might have a few months of crazy growth. And it would be great to hold just a few of these projects because we have no idea which ones are going to go the craziest.
Yeah.
And I was just wrong as hell. We had good growth and then it just stopped on a dime.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I've kind of separated myself from things like A Kid Called Beast, right? Like the biggest thing, right? I really like that project. I really like what they're doing. I like the community. I like everybody in there. You know, the guy who runs it, DMs me and stuff. He made sure I had a whitelist. He made sure that I was taken care of, took really good care of me. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, if the floor is at 2.65 and I sell at 2.65, that's pretty good stinking money.
Yeah.
And I still have other ones, And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to sell. I didn't feel, a little bit of me felt like bad for about 0.25 seconds until that stuff landed in my wallet. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what this is for.
And having the money, it helps you with everything else because you can hold more of like another project now because you have the liquidity and it makes you feel kind of comfortable.
Right.
And that's been something that I've been doing lately is I've been selling a lot of things. Like I have a lot of things listed right now. I'm trying to sell out of some lunatics because they had their recent their what is it? Mutation things.
Their duck juice.
Actually, let's go look at that.
Which, by the way, I still like the lunatics, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's their disposition or if like
they're back up to 109. Not too bad.
I mean, I still like them. You know what I mean?
I have some good ones in here. I'm trying to think. Is this
There's a hunter, I want to say.
No, this is one of the ones I'm trying to sell. Yeah. Lunatics are just fire overall.
Yeah.
I do like them. I think they're fire, but like, I don't know. There's just not as much hype going into the project at this moment.
That's like everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But they've been kind of dying down for like the last, 2 months, I'd say.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I don't know. It's just hard. Always going to be a degen play.
Always going to be a degen play. One thing I was looking through your Discord, it is crazy how people have turned like on Mad Dog.
Like against them?
Yeah.
Because people were always against them.
Really?
Yeah, like from the very beginning. There was like I was the only person, like one of the only people who was like Mad Dog's going to be a fireman. You're going to be able to make a decent amount of money. Obviously not financial advice, but that's what I believe. I'm going to mint. And then I did, and I sold 3, made all my money back. And I got really lucky because I minted like 3 of the top 1Ks. And then Ben from Bad Fox Motorcycle Club, shout outs to Ben, huge homie. He was like, me and him were just, geeking around talking about our NFTs after a podcast. And he was like, oh, you have some top 1Ks? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, let me see. And I showed him my Chrome one. We have to go look at this Mad Dog. We can talk about the falling out in a bit. But like this Mad Dog was sick, bro. It was what was it? It had like the diamond in the head, the pink diamond. So let's see if I can find him. And he was also Chrome. This was my Mad Dog. And this is the one that Ben bought off of me for 1,111 ADA. And so like that was a really good project for me. But yeah, Mad Dogs continued to mint more things. Then their cars didn't look that great. And then they redid the artwork to kind of make the cars a little great. But yeah, they just continued to kind of fall off. And now they have their like drivers.
They're racers, yeah.
They're racers. And it didn't do too well their first mint, so they paused it and then they reopened it. I want to say yesterday. And these are going to be the things that help you race. But then they also announced yesterday that they're building like a first-person shooter kind of game.
Along with racing?
Yeah, I want to say. Let me go look at my DMs because I know I got a little. I don't know where it'll be in their Discord, but I know I have like a little thing from them because I was supposed to be doing like use my code, I'll get a percentage of the ADA minted, yada yada. But
just like with ducks.
Right. But right? I didn't do it for the next mint because, first up, they gave it to me too late. They gave it to me like 2 days before their mint. And I was like, you know, I didn't see that message. So then I opened it actually a day before the mint. And then I was like, oh, I need to respond to this, but I don't know what to say yet. And then I had other things to respond to. I just kind of forgot. But I only had one person even mint using my link before. So let me find where this was.
I would have used your link.
Well, I appreciate it, but I just didn't think it was like, I just don't like doing things last minute. I'm just kind of against it. I hate it. I hate last minute.
It's gotta be planned or else.
Yeah, dude, I'm dead serious. I hate things that just spring up on me. Like,
okay.
It's like a pet peeve of mine. My parents even know. Like, if you want me to help or do anything, like, let me know, like, as far in advance as possible, and I'll help you with anything. But if I'm in the middle of something and you just spring it up on me and you're like, I need help now, I'm triggered. It just triggers me.
Can't do it. Yeah, mallards. Have you looked at ordinals yet?
I've seen the ordinals.
On Bitcoin punks. I was actually looking at buying one.
Hold up. Before we do that, I just want to show this real quick. So this is going to be like their game. This is Jesco, I believe, speaking. And so, you know, these are going to, I'm wondering if these are the racers as well. Like if your racer,
I mean, probably.
I haven't read up on it yet, but I would imagine. And then you kind of see your class. It kind of looks a little like, what's that old school game? CSGO. CSGO? A little bit, right? A little CSGO-esque. Wow. The body flopping animation. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He just like folded like an accordion. Okay, these are kind of like realistic movements with the jumping and stuff. I like that. I wonder if they use their own green screen and stuff for like, you know, the animations.
Yeah. Probably not. It's all in the engine. This looks like an Unreal Engine sort of deal.
Okay. So there's some of the shooting. That looked very Call of Duty-esque. Plus 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they're building. So we'll see.
That's cool.
Yep. And then we'll go back to.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, Quick has hit its quiet phase too.
Keyboard warriors, yeah.
I was never really too bullish on Quick. You know, I like the dude. I think his art is like unique. It's pretty cool, but just didn't understand the full hype behind it. I didn't think it was going to do as crazy as it did.
Yeah.
But Mallard's got the ordinals coming out.
Yeah. So, have you looked at Bitcoin punks, BitPunks?
No, not really. Is this for the ordinals? Like the Bitcoin, is it? Because it's not really Bitcoin punks. It's like ordinals punks, basically, right?
Yeah, but they're inscribed on Bitcoin. I don't get it.
Ordinals is like their sidechain, though, to make this all work. Which is the sidechain of Bitcoin, correct?
Like right there, like the ordinal NFT collection source.
Project inspired by, yeah. I don't know. It seems like, and this is something I don't like either. I really wish every blockchain had their own thing. You have Ethereum, and you have the punks on Ethereum, right? Why bring punks to Cardano? Why bring punks to Solana? Why bring punks to, you know, all these other chains?
Because it's a quick buck.
I know, but I hate it. It's so lazy.
I
get it. You need to
be
original. And I'm fine, actually, if you want to bring those to the other blockchains. But don't have that be the first project. You're wasting it. You're wasting an opportunity as your first project on that blockchain being something that nobody's going to care about because it's already been done on another chain. Have the first mint be something original. Have it be something cool.
The only thing I will say, right, is that when people think of crypto, hell, fucking some people don't even call it crypto. They call it Bitcoin. They think everything is Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing they're going to do is grandma's going to buy some fucking Bitcoin, right? Or maybe Doge, one of the two, right? And they're going to be like, oh, I heard about NFTs. Well, next thing you know, Bitcoin NFTs, right? And they hear about these punks and it's like, oh, I can have a punk. Like that's what everybody's thinking, right? They're like,
maybe,
oh crap.
But like how many new people are actually getting in just because there's now Bitcoin NFTs? I think if you didn't know about Ethereum NFTs, you didn't know about Cardano NFTs, you're probably not getting into NFTs for the first time because you heard Bitcoin's having NFTs now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to sell it. All right.
I get you. I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying to fight it the whole way. I'm cool with other blockchains having NFTs. I think that's great. I just want things to be more sought out. Like do something different. You have an opportunity here. It can be amazing. It can, but you're copying and pasting the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm just not for that.
Yeah.
That's my only gripe with it.
Bitcoin punks. Click on the Twitter one.
Bitcoin punks. First 10K collection on ordinals with a free mint. So is this going to be a free mint, or do you get a free mint with it?
No, they minted that. It's free. It was free.
Okay. So you just had to be there first, I guess?
Right.
Okay.
And so now they have like a marketplace where literally they sell Bitcoin punks.
All right. Well, I don't know. It'll probably do decently well. It's on Bitcoin. I think it'll have its moment in the sun, but unless they do something new, it's just not going to be anything quite crazy. I don't think. That's kind of my take on it.
Ball don't lie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe it could fly.
It's going to do well. It's like brand new. Like Optos, when that came out, it did very well with their first few mints. And I think it'll do the same thing. It's brand new. It's going to have.
Are you doing the Optos?
Yes, but I don't remember the password. I need to figure it out.
Oh my God.
I know.
What was the project you got into? I forget what it was. There were a couple of them, right?
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I'm going to go to Topaz. That's their marketplace. Yeah. Topaz Optos. So I can't even connect my wallet because I forgot the password, but I own one of these Optos monkeys. Let's see right here. So what's the floor on these? 18.9. That's pretty good. They've been chilling at like 15, 16 for a while, so they're kind of going up. I bought it. Let me see Optos price, because I bought Optos when it was like nothing, and it went up quite a bit. It really did have a pretty strong run. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I bought it down in here somewhere. And it ran up to like $20 at one point.
So really that 13 Optos, right? 18 Optos you could get it for right now.
Yeah.
Would be a pretty good pump.
Yeah. 18 times, whoops, do a calculator. Oh, it's not going to show it. Whatever. 18 times 13. What is that? Times $234.
Yep. 234.
And I put in, I want to say like 50 or 60, and I didn't even use all the Optos. You know, I just used whatever was going to mint, and then I had some extra just in case for like minting fees and such.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. But it was one of the first projects on Optos, and I was just like, I am all for first projects. So people who are getting into ordinals and want to be on there, like, I get it, I understand. But I'm just.
Well, it's the first one on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know. That's the difference.
That's true too. It'll probably do pretty well. I'm just not sure it'll hold.
It's one on Bitcoin that you pay with Ethereum.
And I'll say this too. If I had whitelist or like guaranteed able to get one or whatever, then like, yeah, I'd probably do it.
Well, yeah, it's free.
Well, it's not guaranteed to get one though.
Yeah.
There's probably like 1 million people fighting for these like 10K. But
the mint was free.
The mint was free, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how it went down though. You just had to like rush to it, hit the mint button, and just hope that you got it. But because they're already minted, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can go. All right. So what's their marketplace? What is?
I'll have to look in Discord. Hold on. I'll send it to you through Discord if you can do that.
All right. What's
It's on NFA. Are you on NFA's Discord?
I don't have. No, I'm not in NFA's Discord.
Just go to.
I didn't know they had a Discord.
Just go to ordinals.market. Ordinals.market.
Okay.
There it is, right there. That's the only one.
Yeah. So why is it in ETH? Is it because Bitcoin you can't do stuff like this?
I have no idea.
Smart contracts.
I'm stupid.
I would imagine it's probably due to smart contracts.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But like I would get one with a hoodie, right? I love hoodies.
Hoodies.
Right. So you would just go and you'd be like, oh, hoodie.
This needs to be fixed.
This was thrown up in like a. It's right there. See?
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
So 1.79 ETH.
These are the Alex Becker. I just know this. Every time I see this, I just think of Alex Becker. You know, like that's like his little thing that he owns. He's got the little hoodie one.
Well, he used to. He sold it.
Oh, did he? Smart man. I know a lot of people hate on him, and I'm not like a huge fanboy of him, but like, hey, man gets his money. I got to give him props.
Yeah. But he is. He's selling bags. He's like, I make all these moves. You pay attention to my Twitter. You can follow me. Every single one of my moves. He literally posts nothing about moves on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, buy this engine. Well, I bought engine, and guess what? Like,
I sold it. You guys should have been selling it when I told you.
That's what and as soon as I bought it, he sold it. You know, that's what it is. And so any one of these people, like, they're not genuine. They don't.
Well, to some degree too, though, because I've watched a lot of Alex Becker's stuff, and you know, like 1 month he'll be like, I'm buying this coin, and then like 2 months later it'll have pumped, and he'll be like, you know, I sold everything or whatever, and then it's like now on its downtrend, and people are like, oh, you asshole, you told me to buy it, and it's like, I told you to buy it 2 months ago, right? You know, and then I mentioned it again like a month later, so like I could see why it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
Being an influencer or whatever, because people just see what you said last. They don't remember like months ago or how you actually moved, unless they're like diehard fans. But
yeah,
let's see what else we got on the list, on the agenda. Yes, we went over her monsters, some undervalued projects. So while we're here, while we're complaining about not being millionaires and everything's down and we're sad, what should we be buying? What are some undervalued projects?
On Cardano.
I think Cardano, yeah. I'm not really personally looking anywhere else, but if you are, I mean, that's cool.
Man, I think Ape Society, if you have the ability to hold it for a while, I mean, it's only a matter of time before it goes back up to 10K. But how long can you hold that? Because that's
you're always going to keep building, right? Like, I don't think they're going anywhere. You know, they're always going to be building. They're still coming out with Society 25. Man, I feel like Society 25 has been in the undervalued category for like over a year now. I feel like,
is that the guy at the computer?
Yes, it's like the person looking at his phone, you know?
Right. Oh, his phone. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of MFers, which you were really high on.
I wasn't even really high on MF.
You were really high on him. You loved him.
I bought 2 of them, and I changed. I will say though, this is the only time I have ever changed my profile picture. I changed it to an MFer for a week just for the culture, and I changed it immediately back.
I will say, Tavern Squad. I've heard nothing but great things about Tavern Squad.
You know, I was literally thinking about Tavern Squad, and I was thinking next time it pumps to 400, I'm selling. Not because I hate Tavern Squad, but just because I think that's like more value than it's worth at the moment.
That's it.
And it's at like 200 right now.
Undervalued. Makosi?
Yes, so undervalued. Makosi.
Yeah, they're killing it, right? But it's like they get no love. When you're talking about blue chips that actually have done something and everything like that, Makosi never comes up.
That's true. Makosi, they've been doing some cool things. I don't know what it is. Like certain projects I just cannot get into, and this is one of them. But I look at the art, I like the art. I think it's fun.
Right there. The cow one right there, I do like to the left of where you're with the yeah. that one's pretty cute, man. It's got a little mustache.
Yeah, he looks like an old grandpa because of the mustache, but his facial features make him look like he's like a 4-year-old grandpa.
Right.
And he's got like a little cow. Yeah, he's got a mohawk.
He's got a mohawk. See?
Look, I like him. I don't know what it is. Certain projects, like, I just can't get into it. It's like certain stocks too. It's like, you know, I couldn't get into Amazon even though I know it's the best freaking company in the world. I just can't buy it. I don't know why. I miss out.
Yeah.
I think it's also because they ran up before I found out about them. So it's like, do I really want to overpay to get into a project that a lot of people minted for like, you know, like a third of this?
Yeah, it was like 80.
Jiggle says, hoping for a Zombies Chain comeback. 3.9 volume just needs that something extra.
Yeah,
but that's everything though. Every project needs that something extra. Don't you feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like the hype used to take you further, right, than where it is now. Like, because people would be vibing for like weeks, months, to where you wouldn't have to say anything really. But now people expect right out the gate, like something has to be announced, something has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's that kind of. I guess JD says Cardano Lands. I mean, maybe. Well, Cardano Lands has been building all that staking with other projects too, and they gave out a lot of their tokens, and their tokenomics are kind of cool because it has like a vote on your favorite project, mechanics behind it. So there's some utility for it. I don't know. I've just never been that big on Cardano Lands, but I know that proxies actually were talking to me, and they were like, dude, you have to get into Cardano Lands. Like, they're building so much. It's going to help a lot of projects. It's going to be huge in the space. And I was like, yeah, I'll look into them. And they did have some really cool things. So maybe I'm just not, hip on it.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I'm trying to think. People never talk about dead pixels, even though.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own thing.
MetaLab? What are these?
What are those?
These look like copies of the emoji, don't they? Of the wave emoji on Discord.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see, they're 5 ADA.
Are those resources?
Yeah, craftable element of the Cardano Lands. What do you think about the hype around Prime Kings?
What is Prime Kings?
Okay, so do you not know about Prime Kings?
No, I don't know.
Okay, let's go show the.
Sell me on it. I'm sold. Buying.
Prime Kings is a really hype one. Not gonna lie. Let me bring them up real quick.
Hey, can we talk about Space Buds?
Yeah, we can talk about everything.
I like holding Space Buds in my wallet. It makes me feel like old and good, like I'm part of the OG clan.
Yeah.
It's not the same without their head moderator Keezy in Discord for me. Wait, you got Zombits and Humbits? Oh my goodness, JD, send them, burn them. What are you doing?
I mean, they might be a collector's item one day, but yeah, you'll probably be waiting for a while for those to have any sort of decent value.
Kings. Show me a sneak peek.
Prime King. So the cool thing about Prime Kings, do you know anything about them? What they've been doing? How do you get into the Discord? Okay, so this is one of those where they give out codes to people, influencers usually, and they'll be like, hey, this influencer is gonna, in about 5-10 minutes or hour, whatever, release a code in his Discord. First 5 people to 20 people, whatever it is, to use that code will be able to get into the Discord. So if you try to get into their Discord right now, you're gonna be probably stuck like in here somewhere. I don't know. And then there'll be like a thing that you have to click, and they'll be like, use code. So you'll have to know a code to get in.
Yeah.
So they're doing that kind of pretty well, so that it can't really be botted, and real people will stay in there. I kind of like that. They have their Prime paper, which I haven't gone through their Prime paper. It came out last week, I want to say.
Shit.
So let's go check that out.
Can we see a sneak peek first?
Yeah.
Just one. I want to see what we're dealing with here.
We got one of these. I think this is one of the dudes that I used as a profile or as a thumbnail.
Okay.
We got, this is like a wolf, maybe.
Flash. No, it kind of looks like AI driven.
I don't know. This kind of style right here, it's like it's not perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, like the earlobes above, like the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why the earlobes are like this.
Nope.
You don't like it?
Nope.
This one I really don't like. I will say that one really throws me off.
Yeah.
I like the rest of them. Like, I think that's fine. I think the other two, like, that look cool. I think that looked cool. But this one right here, the earlobes, that is really throwing me off. And the ear looks so far away from his head. Wouldn't the ear be like right here?
Yeah. Well, it's got this thing.
I don't know what this thing is though. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, that one I just don't like. Like, even if that's how it's supposed to be and there's some lore that makes sense with that, I don't like the art for that one. But the rest of them I think are pretty cool.
Dude, okay. I'm gonna come out, and this is just subjective. Okay, I'm not trying to crap on anybody or flood anybody's bags, but I feel like it's AI.
Hold on, you're cutting out a little bit.
I feel like it's AI inspired or AI like touched up
Maybe.
art.
I don't know anything about that. JD says that Prime King's pretty cool though. The founder has a Twitch stream every week.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
But Mr. Durden hates the locked Discord meta. So he says keeps investors that have limited time from learning about the project. I could see that. See that. The argument would be, well, then that means that we have more time-driven invested, like, investors in our Discord, which could be beneficial for them as well. So even though it does suck for people who don't have the time, I could see actually the project not necessarily caring. You know what I mean? Like, obviously they want good people and people who love the project to be able to mint it and to be able to have it. But if you have people that are super active as your core community, that's going to pay out pretty well. So that's just kind of my thought on that. We can go look at their Prime paper. I did open it up. Let me go change this. Go back to here. Go back to share screen. Go back to window. Go to, where did I have it? Prime paper. Share. Wait. Okay. All right. So here's the introduction. Web3 set on delivering a AAA quality art-based style storytelling by building an IP-centered science fiction fantasy world. So they're PFP driven. They're going to have a story. Light paper subject to change. We have a strong belief that delivering utilities and such as staking, deflationary, play to earn mechanics. Okay, so there should be some games. Manifesto. Creativity, fun, future, utility. The upcoming ecosystem to engage interactive storytelling. We plan to release each component of our ecosystem strategically to ensure value add growth and not value dilution. PrimeWorks is an umbrella studio and agency with a set of projects aimed at bridging the current creative gaps in Cardano's space and beyond. Our goal is to foster creative-led projects by supporting. Okay, so they're probably going to be kind of like a launchpad, it sounds like.
Right,
but
launchpad, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sounds launchpad-esque. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much everything we have to go off. I mean, we could look at
Prime pass. I no longer like passes anymore.
They're good to make your money off of, but
I mean, I guess, but that's it. I mean, really, it is. It's like it's played out. It's played out. I don't like it. I didn't like it like a month ago.
Somebody was saying too, there was like this long Twitter article about how passes are going to destroy Cardano's ecosystem in the long run because there's going to be a bunch of NFTs that people spend a bunch of money on, and then when the project fails, there's just all these NFTs that nobody's willing to buy anymore.
Right.
So they were basically saying liquidity is going to dry up, but
well, it could, but those people can always like, I don't know, like send it to a burn address or like whatever it is, right? So then if you send it to a burn address, right, like an endpoint, a wallet with an endpoint, like that ADA gets burned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it sends it with the token.
But what I'm saying, I actually don't really know if I believe in that narrative, because all projects there's winners and losers. And if you lose 1,000 ADA, that means somebody won 1,000 ADA.
1,000 ADA, right?
Right. And with the fees, sure, it's a little different. You lost 1,000. The person who, sold probably made 950, and then the project owner probably got an extra 50, right? Whatever. But ultimately, that person who now has your money, they could be the one spending the money on the next project. I don't think it's necessarily going to dry up liquidity.
Right. And I was selling, like I mentioned this like a while ago, but dude, there for a while, I felt like I was selling to the same people over and over and over again.
You probably are. A lot of the times when I go in and I see certain people's names, like, dude, I bought a little, it's not going to work, is it? If I bring it over here. Nope. All right. Well, whatever. I bought a pineapple pizza. You know, it was like $5.8 or something like that. And I saw it was like one of the homies that was selling it to me. And I messaged him in the Discord chat, and I was like, "Look at you, paper hand and a pineapple pizza." You know, but yeah, the community is really small, which is kind of nice. It's like when you're in a small neighborhood and you're walking down the street. Oh, hey, Joe. You know, hey, Susan.
It's like
you know, but eventually in like 2-3 years, the neighborhood's going to become that bad neighborhood. You know, we're going to start getting some projects moving in next door to us. There's going to be townhomes everywhere, homes on top of each other, apartments, complexes, and everywhere you walk, it's just going to be like, who the hell are these people?
Yeah.
I do like that we're here early.
I do remember selling to like a lot of people. There's a lot of AI art out there.
Too much, honestly.
It's
not
too
a
much.
fan. Yeah, I haven't been a fan of AI art for a while. I think, you can use AI art to make your funds cheaper. You don't have to pay an artist. You can make the mint price cheaper, but that just, in my opinion, degrades most of it because there's no human element.
There's this one I'm looking at right now, Raving Ravens, right? It's on JPEG Store. And it's got a picture of this like little hawk. He's in this purple little regal suit. And he doesn't have a neck. Like there's no neck to this thing. Like, look at it.
Oh, okay.
See the one at 150?
When did these come out? What are these?
Second row.
150 here?
Right there. Just click on it. It's missing its neck. Like, you see what I'm saying?
It's just blended into all the colors.
Right.
Yeah. They look cool. I don't know what this is.
It's AI art.
I mean, AI art always looks cool, to be honest. And that's the tough part too, is AI art looks really good. So it kind of makes like really good art, hard to value. But Durr says the Frog Collective is not AI art.
Yeah, you can tell it's hand drawn. Like,
yeah.
If you look it up. Yeah. CNFT Con. Oh my goodness.
CNFT Con, man, that's a ways away, but hell yeah.
You think so? They already have passes.
They always are gonna try to, get everything prepared ahead of time, I think. I think that's just smart because it's going to be a big event. But
it was crazy because, like, when we were there in October or whatever, I was like, man, like a month from now was the time they started selling passes.
Yeah.
And sure as shit, right as rain, a month after, right, on the same schedule, they had to sell passes. That way they could get everything going, and venue booked, hotels, rooms, accommodations booked, other things like that. And so, dude, it felt like it just ended and then they were starting again. And it was just like, man, it was such a blast though. It was such a blast.
Now that I have a job that I'm about to start too, oh dude, it feels so nice having a consistent job again. Like, don't get me wrong, I love so much not going to work. Like doing YouTube, like waking up and doing YouTube, like just thinking of video ideas and then like talking to the community or like, just waking up casually, like it's great. But like having a job, consistent money coming in, it makes you feel good in other areas. Like I don't have to worry about like, oh, we have to go out and eat tomorrow and I don't know if I'll have enough money, or like, what if I want to go on a date? Like I don't want to, I don't want to pay for her meal too because I'm broke as fuck and I could spend that on Cardano. And now it's like, I got a little extra money. I can go on a date. I could, I can get my oil changed this month.
Yes.
Like, dude, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I've been slacking on a lot of things. I've been going free balls for like months, like 8 months. 8 months, bro. No boxers. Don't need them.
The grind is real.
Wake up, pajamas, straight up. And because I'm in the basement, man, I've been double wearing everything. I got like 2 or 3 layers of shirts on. I got beanies on. I got 2 layers of socks. Man,
go back to the Fiat lines.
I know. Yeah. And I don't mind it too because it's just the weekend. So like I think it's a very balanced life. Like I can continue to do what I love and continue to build this platform, and I can also go back to work and like, get that grit back in me,
Yeah, because it's like there's a you need to feel human again. You know what I'm saying? And part of being a human is, holding out a job, taking showers, doing the shit you have to do.
Right? Hey, don't get me wrong. Showers were taken every day.
Showers were taken. Okay? I will say that. But what I'm saying is like, you got to do the things that humans do, right? Like hold down a job. It'll make you a part of
society,
some sort of society and normalcy. You'll have some normalcy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, because it's a lot of pressure, like the shit that you have to do.
There's a lot of pressure when you can't make the money. Like if I could continue to make enough money to pay my bills and to also have enough to continue to save, that'd be great. But like breaking even, if I continue to break even my whole life, inflation is going to run my life into the grave. Like right. I'm going to be so broke. I need to find a bit of extra money to continue to invest to where, years down the line, I'm actually in a good spot. And not just in an okay spot because I made a few decent financial decisions with maybe Clay, maybe Cardano goes crazy, and I'm in an okay spot. I'd rather be in a great spot.
Here's what you do. All right. You're not gonna go for it, but sell 2 Clays.
No.
Yep. Sell 2 Clays. Take that money, transfer it to ETH. Get a Beat Street NFT from a kid called Beast, start working on a rap album, and launch it through a kid called Beast, right? They have like rappers, you have people that can like create beats for you, other shit like that. And it's like high quality shit. Like, can you get into the Discord?
A kid called Beast?
Yeah.
I haven't tried. You can send me the link. I'll see.
Okay. Try to get in there and
I'll grinding for whitelist.
Yeah, grinding for whitelist is also a job. Yeah, that is true.
You're not wrong, dude.
Dude, I have like 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes before I have to get this shitty perfume.
Oh, okay. All good.
But yeah, I'll send you a kid called Beast. Like they have people who are creating music, right? And so the owner, Raspy, he was a DJ, like a really like well-known DJ, right? And so he has connections to like radio stations, other things like that, and so like he's getting like some of these people seen. They're gonna have a kid called Beast record label.
Oh shit.
And so it's I've listened to the plans, I've listened to how much they're reinvesting and stuff like that, and like, dude, it seems pretty legit. And then like you're actually doing something with your NFT, right?
That sounds fun.
With Clay, you're literally just holding it.
I know. I know.
What is the floor on
one day? It's like 3,900.
3,900?
3,900. 38. Whatever. It's tough, man. I want to sell a Clay. I only got 3. You want me to sell more than half?
2.
I know.
Sell
I only
2.
Got 3.
Keep the PFP, right? Keep that PFP. Sell the 2. Like, who fucking cares?
I care. That's hard, bro.
What's up with your NFT though?
Huh?
Like, it's giving you exclusive shit, and those things are selling for what was it, like $3,000 right now?
What,
3,200
Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if it goes down?
I mean, it's just like what if Clays go down?
Well, then yeah, but like it's always been in Clay. That's okay.
But the problem is like with Clays, you're not betting on yourself, right? So like,
yeah,
with
fair.
a kid called Beast, you sell 2 Clays, right? Let's say 2 Clays.
I get what you're saying.
Right? And then you're like, no, I'm going to make this shit happen, right?
Yeah.
And then so you're betting on yourself. You're taking
but in
that
a way,
money.
You're still betting that, they're going to like what you have and that they're going to be able to make you into something. And then
but it's like, here's the thing, man. I'm not in the metaverse, bro. I've never been in the metaverse. I mean, that's the big thing. Is like the big play right now is metaverse.
Right. Well, okay.
Right. They got the lands. You're going to be able to socialize, do all these things, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like if it was me, right? So I bought this because like I'm trying to get back into shape. Right. Like that's my whole thing. Like I want to talk about my shit. I want to discuss like things that I struggle with and this, that, and the other, and get into shape, right? So I finally put the wheels in motion on that, and like that was the thing that I'm doing for myself, right? To get to like, well, why am I the way I am? You know, what happened, you know, when I was younger or last year that made me kind of feel a certain way. And so, you know, it's not necessarily about like it going up or going down. The thing is like I'm socially networking with people um that are there, you know, and it's like the spaces are crazy, you know, and you get to talk to everybody. Like, and there's such talented people. Like there's talented people in Cardano. There's talented people in Solana. There's talented people in ETH, you know. And these people, because you're part of the same club, will work with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say too, I mean, I have kind of been in wait, the devil advocate is speaking here.
Definitely.
I think me and Clean are just going back and forth with devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hit up Awesome as JL the other day, probably like 2 weeks ago maybe, and I was like, hey man, I've been in a mood to rap again lately, but I don't want to rap behind what I've always been rapping behind because I can no longer. I realize like I can't monetize it. I can't show anybody my music because I don't own the beat.
Right.
And I was like, do you have any beats that you could send me? And I haven't checked my email yet, to be honest. I know it was like 2 weeks ago, but this is an email I don't normally check. He was like, send me your email, and he sent it to me. So he sent it to me after I was kind of like, I moved away from that music zone that I was in, you know. So next time I'm in a music zone, though, I'm going to listen to that beat, and I'm going to try to record behind it, send him over some ideas, and then see if he can turn it in. Because I think he has really good production skills, because I've heard some of his music.
Yes. And so he is very, extremely well respected at A Kid Called Beast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've been,
because I knew he owned
his
one. He was about all that.
like nothing. Shout out Awesome JL.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so any space he's in, I'm in there with him, talking to him.
Hell
you
yeah.
know, chatting it up, and there's like 100, you know, this, that, and the other. What's up, Hugs? Hugs, not rugs. All right, baby.
What's up, homie?
Fuck, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, obviously do what you want. I mean, sure, Ada. It's your thing, you know.
Yeah.
I've always tried to look for the greater good of whatever, right? You want a fucking clay? You own a clay, dude.
Well, speaking of like, you know, getting into shape and stuff, and I know you have to go, so it'll be short, you know, because I'm getting this job, me and my brother moved back in with me too. So now it's me and my brother living with my parents again. It's like old times, you know, like I haven't lived with my brother for like 7 years probably. And that's crazy. Like, you know, I've been seeing my brother in passing for like 7 to 8 years, and I love the fuck out of my brother. You know, like some people don't have a crazy relationship, but I really love my brother. Like I'm so happy that now like he's back in the house. We've been hanging out like every day since he's come back.
Yeah.
And he's all about working out. So like he's got his protein shakes always ready. He's got his creatine and his other stuff, and he's got his steaks and his everything, right? And so he's the one who's got that job up at the valet. Yeah. And he's the one who's going to be training me and all that stuff. So we've been going half on some gym equipment, and we're going to also get into shape. So we're going to have a home gym. And so, yeah, I'm all for supporting people trying to like better themselves in whatever way.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah. But that's awesome. I can only imagine if I lived with my brother now, we'd probably be really cool, you know, and hang out. But I mean, obviously we're grown ass fucking adults, you know, like with our own kids and families. So it's like, that's never going to happen again. So embrace the time, you know, because there's going to be a point in time where he's going to move out and literally never come back. You know?
I know. I don't want it.
We'll
see though. We both got a long way. We're both single, so at least 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see either of us being the type to be like, "Oh, I love you. Let's get married within a year." Like that's just not
Hopefully
either of us. We build up trust a little slow, but yeah, I know you got to go, homie. I appreciate you.
Get perfume. They asked me to get this. I was looking at it. Believe it or not, one of the most requested ones was Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Thank You Next or Moonlight.
Moonlight. That's the song by XXX, right?
Well, hell, I don't know. It's her scent. She has scent.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I was sent for a recon to go see if these are purchasable, to see if they're worth it. So I got to go to fucking Ulta Beauty or whatever the hell that is. Bro, I'm
an awful perfume.
That's an awful perfume. Damn.
Hey, look, it's her first perfume. You don't want to start him. Look, if you're getting your girl first car, boy first car, you're not going to get him a Hummer or a freaking Ford, like whatever, best Ford. You want to start him off kind of bad, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to get her Clinique Happy. That's a classic scent. Like, all girls wore it. I love that shit. But my thing back in the day, what used to get me all the time, back in the day with the girls, Tommy Girl. Every girl wore that. I'm like, oh my God. This is amazing.
I don't know how you would know what they're wearing.
I would ask them. I'd be like, "What the hell?"
Oh, okay. That's.
I'm entranced right now.
You need to
keep
like,
wearing that. Clinique Happy. I was like, if you want to get something good, spill the beans, Dirt.
Yeah, what is it, Dirt?
I gotta go.
Hugs also said I'm so sorry, Hugs.
Jador, here. Okay.
Said, was it something I said? It was everything that you said.
Yeah, you said, "What's up, MFers?" And I was like, offended. Vera Wang.
I haven't even heard of these.
What was that dinosaur on the thumbnail?
Oh, that's Cleanup's Retro Raptor.
Yeah, it's Retro Raptor.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'll show it real quick. I know we got to go. We're waiting for... Oh, wait, he says Jador. What is a Jador?
Jador, yeah.
Jador. But yeah, the Retro Raptors. Are you doing anything with the Retro Raptors?
I'm actually thinking about reworking art.
Okay. Gotcha.
And releasing a Volume 2 token for free, obviously. So, and then working on utility in the background. So, yeah.
Nothing immediate, though, just kind of ideas at the moment?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, the art will be done specifically by me, just like this was. So, yeah.
Something that I personally wished was that the Retro Raptors would be a different policy ID than the Radical Raptors. But
yes,
that was just maybe a me thing. I don't know if you can do that now.
Not anymore because it's locked.
Okay. Maybe when you remake the art, though.
Burn.
Yeah.
And you get refunded.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is Cleanup's project. Cleanup made this project over a year ago, so it was just, something that you were doing when you had more free time, but now you've kind of transitioned back into the fiat grind.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to do, I worked at a bank, and so it allowed me to do in a restaurant. And so it allowed me a little bit more time than what I have now. Now I just work at a restaurant and I have zero time. Speaking of which, I have zero time now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started off with the Lucky Lizards, right? And then so we did Lucky Lizards. And then I gave out I gave out free mutation, right, to all those people. So I airdropped fossil fuels, right?
Yeah.
And then people minted, the fossil fuels did the mutations or whatever. And then that was pretty much it. I had an original idea to do kind of like almost like a season pass, like a lifetime pass, to where it was like people would pay, I think it was only like 100 ADA, right? But at the time that was like a lot, but it would get you access to like all the different drops, right? And so when originally creating it, I thought, okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna work on is these things called zebras, right? So like bruh as in bruh, right? It was gonna be a bunch of zebras, right? And they were gonna be in like this bar scene, and then on the back of every card, which was flippable, like you would get like a drink mix, right? And so there would also be a QR code, but it would only be like half of the QR code. So you would have to find the other half of the QR code mixed with the appropriate drink. And then you basically would assemble it and it would unlock ADA. And then, So, but yeah, that was, I'm looking at Volume 2 of the token to kind of redo the art. Not that I don't like it.
These donkeys called zebras.
Yeah. But so, but the coolest thing is I already had the zebra artwork done. Like I did it myself, and it actually looks like really good. Yeah, that's for another time.
Gotcha. All good, man. All good. But, all right. So, I appreciate everybody for watching. We were supposed to have on Lulu from Summoners Guild, but he was sick. So at some point we're going to get on Lulu. At some point we're going to do our best to get on Metadams. I've already spoken with them, and maybe also Speed Throne. I know that they've reached out as well. So those are the 3 projects that I'm looking at the moment. But thanks for all watching, for coming by. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Till next time, guys. Peace.